Hello, everyone. What is going on? James here, and I'm back once again with Chris and his good friend Guard Retention.
Well, that's got to be the worst intro ever.
Now, Guard Retention, GR, can I actually call you by your actual name, or would you rather just be called GR?
I prefer you just call me GQ.
GQ, all right then. So I'm here with Mr. GQ Jiu-Jitsu.
Because
and,
the Germans.
What? Oh. Anyway.
This is a disaster. You might as well just restart this.
Boo! Get this guy off stage. David, who are you talking about there? Are you talking about the Eggman, Chris? Or are you talking about Guard GR? Or are you talking about the man, the myth, the legend, James?
Well, you're definitely not a legend. And you're not cool enough to be
that guy's strange. He's gonna tune in, write that comment, and then just stop watching.
Who stopped watching?
Like, oh, I watched it. How long? It's like 1 minute.
To be fair, David doesn't have that much of an attention span because he used to just play Smash Bros all the time. But
right.
you know. So anyway, so what we're going to do today?
I don't want to have an attention span watching this thing, but I don't know.
There's loads of dedicated fans, Chris, who have a good attention span to this. So
listen, your mom and dad don't count, all right?
Well, they don't watch the podcast, so you've been destroyed there, Chris, once again. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get into this then. So, the predictions for UFC 269. So, anyway, so...
Oh, well, you're just going to laugh now. What's so funny? Oh, wow. That's all you do is laugh every time when you don't know what to do. What, did you have a problem with the next segment or something like that?
No,
it's probably the shape of your head.
Chris, if you had the ghoulies to put your face on camera, everyone would see what your head shaped like.
Unfortunately, I don't have all the money you have to afford all this equipment. But then again, I just know what to do with it.
No, Chris, just put your webcam on. Come on, don't be a wimpy.
Listen, I don't have a webcam. I can't afford.
You don't have one.
I can't afford that. I'm sorry.
You're in Kyle's back.
Sorry, I'm not rich like you, man. I'm not rich like you.
I'm not rich. What? I've worked hard. Man. I've worked hard.
Worked hard at what exactly?
Life and the few jobs that I've had. So,
if you worked hard, you wouldn't have gotten disqualified in your last match. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, anyway, there you go. So let's get into UFC 269.
All right.
So Poirier versus Oliveira. Let's talk about the first fight. That's interesting then. Oh, you guys, boy, Ryan Hall's fighting this guy called Darrick Minner.
No way. Ryan Hall's fighting this Saturday?
Yeah, man.
No way! Hey, that's such a quick turnaround.
Yeah, man.
He's on
the freaking early prelims.
Awesome.
Get back on the prelims!
He's not even on the prelims. He's on the freaking early.
Who's this Darrick Minner guy? Minor?
So he lost to Darren Elkins in his last fight. I do remember that fight.
Darrick Minner lost to Darren Elkins, and Ryan Hall is probably going to kill this guy.
Yeah, he'll be able to get a submission.
But then again, Ryan Hall could also freaking not fight.
Yo, Darrick Minner has won out of his 26 wins. He won 22 by submission.
Yeah, but Ryan Hall's still beating him.
He's probably a better grappler, yeah, but this guy's a submission master apparently. Not a master.
But has he submitted anyone any good? Has he lost to Herbert Burns by triangle armbar?
Yeah, that's right. Herbert Burns
lost to Dawson by submission. And he's
Herbert Burns. That guy, I mean, dude, listen, Herbert Burns.
This guy also did get submitted quite a bit.
Hey, John Danaher's in here. How's it going, Baldy? Yay. I am a huge fan of Ryan Hall. But it's brilliant to have you here, John Danaher. So, no, I'm guessing that's Ethan or one of David's alts. But, yeah. So, I think Ryan Hall's definitely getting the submission. Very quick submission.
Me too.
if this Derek Minner guy has great submission defenses, it'll last for a bit, I suppose. But if all he's done is submit slouches,
I think this fight can go the distance.
Honestly, I think the big thing
think it's
is
gonna go the
if Ryan Hall fights like intelligently, like how he fought against Darren Elkins and everyone else, then he'll do really well. But if he fought like how he fought his last match, where he was trying like
Eerie to Poirier, is that how you say it?
yeah, if the way he fought Ilya to Poirier, where he's trying like this fancy like it wasn't
the Imanari rolls.
No. The Imanari rolls I don't have a problem with, but he was doing like these weird backwards rolls or forwards rolls.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know what the hell he was setting up, and he just got clocked. I actually really appreciate the Imanari rolls in conjunction with like the spinning shit. I think
Not
when
only
you combine
that,
those two, he's just so hard to deal with. But he like wasn't throwing kicks. I think he had a real error in judgment.
That's what I was just gonna say. He usually throws a lot of kicks to keep people at range and stuff, and he wasn't throwing any kicks pretty much at all in his last fight.
Honestly, you know what I just realized, but his hip completely detached and got like completely torn off. So maybe since his injury, he might not be able to throw kicks like he could have. Because that would be the only explanation. No, he would just have to let it heal because the hip takes a long time to heal, but you can bring it back to being fairly well recovered. I would just assume that he really fucked up.
I think this fight's going to go the distance. I think this guy is just going to try to run away from Ryan Hall the whole fight. So I think this is going to go the distance.
I think Ryan Hall wins via sub, but we'll have to see. Are you guys going to watch?
What's his name? John Miner or something?
John Minner, it looks like.
Some bum from the back ass of nowhere. That's all we know.
Some bum from the back ass of nowhere.
Derek Miner. Okay. Derek Jeffrey Miner, 5'7".
I thought it was Minner because dinner, but yeah.
No. It's probably Denny.
Right.
So he's only had 4 fights go to decision. This guy.
Huh. So
yeah, but the thing is, he hasn't submitted
out of 38 matches. Yeah, but only 4 have. So the fight's likely to end, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I could see him definitely running away from Ryan Hall the whole time.
Next fight we'll be predicting will be Andre Muniz versus Eric Anders. Didn't Jacare take him down and then Jacare got submitted? Like he got caught, his arm got hooked, and then it just got extended and broke or something.
Oh, that the guy who submitted Jacare this fight?
Yeah, Andre Muniz.
Oh yeah, he submitted Jacare. Yeah. I mean, that's interesting because Jacare at one point was easily one of the best grapplers in the world, not just in MMA, but in jiu-jitsu. He was actually like considered in the top 3. What him, Hodger, and Marcelo Garcia. And I mean, this guy, I think there's only one other guy in the history of jiu-jitsu, like, high level competition that submitted Jacare. And I forget who, I think it might have been Hodger, but literally this guy recently that submitted him. That's the only other time he's lost by submission. It's actually pretty insane.
Are you sure it wasn't Chow P. Sonnen who submitted him?
Nah, Jacare went running.
So interestingly enough, this Andre Muniz guy, he's lost 4 fights by knockout, 0 by submission, 0 by decision, but he has 14 out of his 21 wins by submission, which is an insane stat. That's really nuts.
No,
the thing about the armbar is it looks like he specializes in the armbar because he won like a numerous amount of fights with that. But the interesting thing about actually MMA is that you have a brick at the end of your hand, which is your glove. So even though you might be really good at escaping arm bars in sport jiu-jitsu, when you're in an MMA fight and you have this thing that basically when you wrap around somebody's wrist, it's a giant brick that doesn't allow you to pull your arm out. It can really complicate things. So I think that's why Jacare was so surprised and he got armbarred. Not only that, but Jacare also seemingly
his not only that, his jiu-jitsu has severely deteriorated over time. I think it's pretty evident, considering the fact he got knocked out by Kevin Holland off his back, where years ago Jacare would have never been in that.
That was because Jacare was farting about the same as Kevin Holland was. Kevin Holland was talking to him, and Jacare was laughing about it, and then he got knocked out.
Yeah, so I just think his jiu-jitsu and grappling overall has deteriorated because he just hasn't worked on it.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing with that. But yeah, I'd say definitely. I'd say, I mean, it's interesting because whatchamacallit, back to that fight though. He's fighting Eric Anders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now with Eric Anders, who has he fought recently? I mean,
He was the guy who got kicked to shit-ton by Carly Roundtree, and then everyone was like, "Oh, he's training at Tiger Muay Thai. Look, amazing front kick. Ooh, front kick, front kick.
yeah.
What is it? Pure Muay Thai.
So
Pure Muay Thai." Rogan said about 50
he
times.
started off 10-0. He's now 14-5, right?
Yeah.
He won his last fight. His fight before that was a no contest. He lost the last fight before that, won 2 in a row, and before that he lost 3 in a row. I mean, he hasn't really finished like whatchamacallit recently, right? In terms of fights, right? Like recently he's only had I think 1 finish, 2 finishes, right? Most of his fights are when he wins by knockout, right? The rest are by decision. He only has 1 submission. So on the ground, I think it's a striker versus grappler match.
Yeah.
I think if Muniz gets him down to the ground, I think Anders is in a world of trouble. So let's see what happens.
Can he get him to the ground though? That's the thing.
Yeah.
You reckon?
I think he's gonna. I think Muniz can get him to the ground. I think he's gonna win this fight.
I'll go for Andre Muniz too. GR, what do you think?
It's pretty hard to not get somebody to the ground, especially when your name's freaking Andre Muniz. He'll bring you to the ground. I've really seen this guy. Many people don't know, but he works with a U.S. national wrestling team.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Yeah, and a lot of times the guys are in there, and these are wrestlers, and these are young kids, you know, like between the ages anywhere from 15 to early 20s, you know, and they're all working hard. They're all putting a sweat, but Muniz is over there. He's getting rounds in with these wrestlers, and he's not only doing rounds with them, but he's getting them longer and making those kids tired, you know?
Yeah.
Like those kids are coming in, and even though they wrestle all the time, he does MMA, you know, multiple different sports. He's outpacing them.
That's really good going.
So people don't realize it, but his pace is really where he's strong, you know?
Did you say it's the national freestyle wrestling team then?
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
George says UFC sucks. Well, why are you watching this then, George?
Hey, we accept all.
We'll go back to Pokemon cards.
One FC, Bellator FC, even RFC.
No, George doesn't like any combat sport. The only combat sport he likes is YouTube boxing.
I mean, listen, I understand he only likes to watch 2 guys, a bunch of skinny nerds running around in a circus act trying to wail on each other while also not trying to beat each other. I mean, it makes sense because he's never been in a fight in his life, probably.
Oh.
Yeah, but anyway, let's not talk about, you know, past, you know, misgivings and misdeeds. You know, I know George has to go to McDonald's. I know George has to go to McDonald's and order like 10 Happy Meals to get the freaking 1 card. But, you know, listen. Let's just focus on the show.
Oh, bloody hell. Oof, George, there's no coming back from that one, mate. You've been done again. You've been destroyed. So
what's the next fight?
So what are we predicting? Muniz by submission then.
Yeah.
Muniz by
submission.
Boom, there we go.
First round submission.
By the way, I know Jordan Wright he got floored by no, hold on. I just need to make sure. Yeah, he got floored by Joaquin Buckley.
Joaquin Buckley?
Yeah.
Spinning kick guy.
You know, the guy, spinning kick in the air. Yeah, and he's fighting someone called Bruno Silva. I don't know. I'll just go for Jordan Wright. I guess Bruno Silva doesn't even have a wiki page. I don't know what to say. Maybe I'll look a fool and someone will click this.
Yeah.
I'm going for Jordan Wright by decision, unanimous decision.
What about Sakai?
Aaron Blanchfield is fighting.
Who? Oh yeah, that's before that. I thought. Well, I don't know who these people. I know Alex Perez and I've heard of Gillian Robertson.
Yeah, Aaron Blanchfield actually fights out of New York, out of Renzo Gracie Academy. You know.
Yep.
Oh, that's really nice. Fair play.
Yeah. When I visited there, I've seen how the team works, how hard the team works. you can really see some of these people. You don't really talk to them, but you can see in their eyes just like how much they want to fight.
Do many
I've always
people you
seen,
know?
hearing some of the fighters. No, I don't. I've just visited, but from what I've seen up there, you see these people.
Yeah.
Man,
No, I was going to ask.
they
many
got
people
fight in
you
their
like
eyes.
train with.
They're foaming. They're foaming from the mouth to fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
really
hopefully
awesome,
not foaming on the canvas.
Wait, what? Anyway, hold on a sec. Oh wait, Aaron Banchfield. Hold on.
Augusto Sakai. Who's that?
Oh, Aaron
Oh, this-
Banchfield's a woman. I thought, oh, is this oh, fair play? Because I saw that she fought Tracy Cortez, and I was like, what? Fair play then. I didn't realise it was a woman. I thought Erin Banchfield sounds like a bloke's name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but Miranda Maverick, that's a woman's name.
Oh, Tai Tuivasa fighting.
Yeah, Tai Tuivasa versus Augusto Sakai. Sakai, he's very interesting because he was whooping Overeem for quite a bit of the fight and landing quite a lot on Overeem. But then Overeem just used this. Overeem got these like single legs, and instead of like driving him down or picking him up or driving him to the fence, he'd like sort of spin him around and throw him down. But it looked really weird, and that's how Overeem managed to get the win in the 5th round.
Yeah,
and then he
Tai-
fought.
There you
Oh, so yeah, then he fought Jairzinho Rosenstrike, and he was a pretty competitive first round, but eventually just got hooked on the way in and just floored, and no one can take his power clean, can they?
I can tell you this.
go. Yeah.
This fight is not going past 2 rounds.
Listen, guys. Tai Tuivasa.
I think 2 of us is going to win this KO.
There's a problem though. There's a problem though.
Why?
So I was getting in talks with the. I know some people from AKA, right? They were telling me that first of all, there's been pictures going around that his hands have been taped up. I don't know if the media released it yet, but they've been telling me that he broke his right hand.
Oh damn!
And this guy's a boxer, and he's got a big kickboxing record. He's never won by submission. But how is he gonna knock this guy out when he's only got one hand?
That's a huge problem now, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they thought that they were considering.
Listen, Tuivasa's got grit. He'll find a way.
No. Listen, the thing is, when you got a hand broken like that, you can't throw your power in it.
Yeah, but he's got a
This
man.
might even be one of the last times
He
that
only
we
needs
see
a
him
little
fight.
power. He needs
Might
a
be the
little
last
power.
time we see him fight. Are you mad? He's 28.
Yeah, but if he breaks his hand too bad, it could be bad
And
for him.
he flattened Greg Hardy in the last one.
Yeah,
Flattened
but
Stephen Struve.
Dude, you're gonna see. He's gonna have a real hard time against Augusto.
Well,
He's not gonna be able to put him away. He might be able to win a decision.
No, I think Augusto comes forward and gets flattened.
Tuivasa is gonna kill this guy. End of story.
And David's put, I agree with this guy, and George put, and you'd like James to peg you, strange, and you'd watch, strange, very strange chat we've got going on.
Bunch of
Cruz
mouth
is-
breathers over there.
Dominic Cruz. I can't wait to see him fight. I hope he does well.
Pedro Munoz versus Cruz. And the thing is with Cruz, I've mentioned it in the past about how people can beat him by either waiting for him, like Cody Garbrandt did, and then counter him, use the leg kicks and the pressure like Henry Cejudo did, or attack him while he's doing those weird, the weird foot movements when he's square, those weird, and he changes stances. Or go to the body because a lot of his defense relies on his head movement and shifting and angling. So yeah, go to invest in the body. But obviously, I don't think Pedro Munoz can do that. He's pretty basic. He usually just throws one at a time, and he's usually a headhunter. Pretty good jab, pretty good right hand, decent leg kicks. But Cruz will get out of the way and make him look a bum for 3 rounds. So
I think Cruz is gonna win by decision.
yeah, same. GR, what do you think?
Perfect. Anyway, on to the next fight.
GR has nothing to say, no prediction. Yeah, I think he gets a unanimous decision though. So next we have Josh Emmett versus Dan Iga. Absolute fireworks. This is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Dan Iga is very much as I mentioned about Pedro Munoz, a one-at-a-time fighter, a jab across an inside leg kick, an outside leg kick. The only time he combos is a hook to the body, a left hook to the body, and a right hook to the head. That's the main time he combos. He always loves going forward, and he doesn't really throw that many feints. But Josh Emmett is a masterful power counter.
Danny Gay, Danny Gay's
I thought you said Danny Gay. I thought you said Danny Gay.
Yeah, no, Danny Gay's boxing is really good. He has a black belt and a brown belt in judo.
Oh, cool.
That's quite weird because I've never seen him showcase his grappling.
He never uses his grappling really at all. The thing is that's interesting about this fight is that Josh Emmett really rushes forward sometimes and throws some wild shots, swinging shots like hooks and everything. I could see Ige stepping back and countering him with the street.
Emmett's offense is massive wild hooks, but his defense is amazing fucking counters. I mean, he won 2 rounds out of the 3 against Shane Burgos and was getting whooped for a lot of the 2 rounds that he won, but he managed to drop Shane Burgos twice, didn't he? Against Michael Johnson, losing the whole fight, then dropped him. I know he guys showcased some great power and some great knockout power, but I feel like Emmett would just be too much for him. The main thing you have to watch out for with him is a hook to the body and a hook to the head. His inside and outside leg kicks aren't big threats, and his jab and his cross aren't massive.
But no, you have to understand though, Emmett is coming off a torn ACL, so we have to see like how much he's able to train, how much like how it has affected him. I mean, I imagine he's going to be fine, but you never know.
I think Emmett wins by 3rd round KO. Boom.
I think Ige gets this fight.
Yeah, Danny Ige is very well done. Anyway, let's move on to Sean O'Malley. This is very
your guy's favorite.
Listen, Sean O'Malley, I'm a big fan of him, but I gotta tell you what, Raulian Pavia, this is really a step up from his last opponent.
Are you sure?
Everybody's been saying, no, trust me. Everybody's been saying, oh, he's fighting cans, he's fighting this and that.
Listen,
I'll tell you
he's
what,
defending his belt.
The only reason this guy doesn't have a ranking is just because the UFC didn't pick him up soon enough. The only reason he didn't have a ranking is because the UFC picked him up late. This guy is probably one of the best in the division, and if it wasn't for Sean O'Malley, he would be fighting maybe for a top contender spot or a title. But I think Sean O'Malley's going to have a really rough night. Raulian Pava, he's really tough. Really tough guy.
Listen here, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, all right? O'Malley's facing Pavia over here. This guy's just going to freaking get destroyed by O'Malley. I mean, O'Malley's defending his belt. You know, he's beating up all these unranked guys like he's supposed to. I think he should keep doing that. I think he should only face unranked guys. That's what I would do.
Why do you want him to be the MVP of the UFC?
Because I think he learned a lot. Listen, man, after he fought that one guy, right? He really learned a lot after that fight.
Okay, so next we got Kai Kara France, whose name is very fun to say.
Kai Kara France.
I've only seen like 1 or 2 of his fights.
Wait, can I say what I think? I think O'Malley wins a decision. Sorry, what's your prediction? Go, GR.
I don't know. He probably is going to lose the decision or get knocked out in the 3rd round.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's really good. This guy drags him. This guy drags people into deep water, and then he freaking makes them not want to be there. He's a really tough fighter.
Listen, O'Malley's going to knock this guy out. It's not even.
Kai Kara France is an interesting fighter. He fights with City Kickboxing, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
Very feint based, like most of the City Kickboxing fighters. Good defensive grappling. Good striking, fast, powerful, killer instinct. I know he hasn't showcased defensive grappling all the time, but against Bontarin, he showed some amazing heart on defensive grappling while he was in the body triangle, and Bontarin was going for all those rear naked chokes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, against Garbrandt, I mean, the thing is right. Garbrandt is a very strange. He's got like
he either shows up or he doesn't. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like
some nights he fights so well, and then recently he's just been fighting so poorly.
That is correct.
Yeah. Like he's beating like Pedro Munoz. He's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. Rob Font, great fighter. Don't get me wrong. But these are guys that he should be just walking all over. You know?
No. He shouldn't be walking all over Font because Font's got like the best jab in the bantamweight division. I think that was just a In a sense, he should have done because he was landing leg kicks so easily and getting takedowns ridiculously easily. It's just he couldn't hang on to the takedowns and he went away from the leg kicking strategy, which was weird when it was working so well for him. That was really
the
bizarre.
Thing is, right? The thing is that I see with Garbrandt is that I just think he's just going to get knocked out. I mean,
Yeah, same.
I think he doesn't understand what his deficiencies are so much. He really just swings wild at times, and he really leaves himself out there to be countered. And he's not a terrible fighter. I mean, he was a world champion, but at the end of the day, these city kickboxing guys, I mean, you've seen it with Adesanya, Hooker, Riddell, and all of them. They all have great striking, very solid striking, very good feints, very good footwork. And I think Kai Kara France is just going to be all over him. I think he's just going to be feinting a lot. Garbrandt's not going to know what hit him. And I think, if anything, if anyone's going to be shooting for a takedown of the night, it's going to be Garbrandt.
Cody. But his grappling's a bit useless, his submissions are, so Kara France will be able to defend himself on the ground.
Exactly.
The only way Garbrandt wins is some bizarre lucky punch, which probably won't happen, or he just holds on to him for 3 rounds. That's it. Holds on to him on the ground. But he doesn't have the wrestling gas tank to do that, so he'd probably hold on to him for like 1.5 rounds, then Kara France would get up and floor him. So.
Listen here, Jeff Neal and Ponzinibbio, they have very fun names to say, but I don't want to even talk about them.
No,
I can't stand these guys.
What?
I can't stand
Jeff Neal, his left hand, his left body
Jeff
kick.
Neal's just a bit of a bomb, and Ponzinibbio, man. That guy's just been injured as hell.
No. I'm a blasphemy. Get out of here. No, I've had enough.
The guy got killed by the lead.
No. Anyone who's watching, Jeff Neal, the way he flattened Mike Perry, brilliant. The way he defended Belal Muhammad's takedowns and, pressured him and landed the beautiful left loads of times, brilliant. The way he destroyed Nico Price, brilliant again. The way he flattened Frank Camacho with that beautiful head kick. But yeah, I'll let Chris and GR back in. So
number one, this is absolutely ridiculous. I've never.
It's not ridiculous.
This is why you have the lowest rated show ever.
Hold on. I've just been talking facts, but go on.
This is the lowest rated show I've ever seen. I mean, you don't let anyone talk. You like to interrupt, and then when someone tries to...
No, I've let you talk loads of times, Chris. It's just you've been talking rubbish.
So now you just shut off my mic and everything like that. I mean, I know you like to...
No, you do that to yourself.
I know. After all the good things I've done for you, this is how you repay somebody.
What good things have you done apart from insult me?
I've done plenty of things. Plenty of things. You wouldn't even have this channel if it wasn't for me. But anyway,
I made it, and you were saying it was rubbish.
You would have never had this channel if it wasn't for me. But here we go. Going around. Jeff Neal, I mean, he sucks.
James, how did you get Chris Chan on here?
Were those Chris Chan?
I think you, Chris.
Well, my name's not Chris Chan, you freaking idiot. Learn how to spell.
Chris, can you say that say about yourself that you're Chris
I think you meant Chris Chan, like Japanese.
Chris, he's a really legendary guy. He's one of Chow's best associates. Could you say that you're Chris Chan?
No.
Please, Chris.
No.
Chris, just say you're Chris Chan about yourself. If you do it, I'll do it.
Moving on.
No,
anyway.
Chris, please, can you say that you're Chris Chan?
Chris, Ponzinibbio, I think he's going to lose.
Chris, come on. Chris,
Ponzinibbio's going to lose.
Chris, come on, Chris.
Now on to the fight that everyone really wants to talk about. Juliana Pena versus Amanda Nunes. Guys, I really don't know why everyone else is counting out Juliana Pena. I don't know why. Listen.
Oh, wait, no. Can we
Amanda Nunes.
Can I just say, I think, Jeff Neal's going to flatten him, KO, boom, second round.
Yeah. We don't even care about this fight. But anyway, this is the real fight everyone cares about. Nunes versus Pena. I'll tell you this right now, man. Pena. Everyone's counting her out. She's great wrestling. She's going to... And no one realizes Nunes has problem with the wrestling. Everyone freaking is downing Pena. Pena's going to freaking come in. She's prepared. She's been training for this fight all her life. She's going to come in and she's going to take it to Nunes. She's going to hit pedal to the metal. And my prediction is Nunes by round 1 KO.
That's what Chael said, isn't it? Well done.
But Yeah, that's my prediction.
Do you think so? Wait, why did you say all that nonsense beforehand then about it being competitive? And then
Because
said
people
Nunes?
think people are counting Pena out.
But you just said she's going to lose.
Well, yeah, but I didn't count her out.
You have. You said she's been working on her wrestling, preparing a fight for her entire life, and she's going to lose straight away.
Yeah, she has. She has. But she's still going to lose.
You know what? Well done to you and Chow for making a boring fight interesting, a boring, predictable bag of arse interesting. Fair play. GR, do you have anything to say about this?
Continue.
Oh, you don't have it? Oh, okay. Fair enough then. I mean, I don't blame you. The main event! Charles du Bronx Oliveira versus Dustin the Diamond Poirier!
Yeah, I think this is very obvious.
Yeah, Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, Poirier by decision.
Charles Oliveira, second round submission.
I think Poirier's mad. He's angry. He friggin' he got in a fight with Connor and he didn't actually get to finish him last time, you know? And I think he's gonna rush, he's gonna get gassed out, but then it's gonna go to a decision, you know? That's what's gonna happen. Poirier, he has way too many decisions. And yeah, I think he just might not have what it takes to finish Oliveira. Oliveira's a tough guy, you know.
Guys,
Oliveira
this
Oliveira
fight,
might know submissions and everything, but it's a 5-round fight.
five-round fights. 5-round fight. Listen, guys, this is a crazy fight. Oliveira just got the belt. He was fighting for his family. He's in the favela. Young, handsome, good-looking guy. Got a weird haircut, but, you know, that's not, you know, whatever. What do I know about that? But listen here. Poirier, this guy, Louisiana man, been fighting all of his life. He just got in a dust-up with Connor. He wasn't able to finish Connor. Connor left out on a stretcher. He left out a stretcher. He was broken. What are we going to do about this? Poirier wants that belt. Not only that, all the things that were said about his wife, who's very attractive, by the way, said about his wife. What are we going to do about this? What is he going to do about this? And we're going to talk about the striking. I mean, honestly, Poirier's got the boxing. He knows the 1, 2, the 3. He knows all that. And what? Oliveira's got some Muay Thai, but come on, we don't know Muay Thai doesn't work. Who the hell knows what Muay Thai is?
What?
I know what Thai means. Thailand. What the hell does Muay mean? But anyway, and Oliveira's got jiu-jitsu. Now, jiu-jitsu, we would think would work, but this is a 5-round fight. Jiu-jitsu never works in a 5-round fight. You can't even name one guy that got submitted in a 5-round fight by jiu-jitsu. It's never happened. You will never find. You can look it up. You can go to your .coms. You can go to the journals. You go to the Kids on the Underground. They can't find one guy.
Oh my God.
Poirier will win by 3rd round TKO.
Is this what?
And new.
Why are you just listening to Child? Chris, Poirier is going to
I don't even know who that is.
You know, he's in your photo. That is him. Look.
It's a photo of my uncle.
Uncle Child. Okay.
You making fun of my uncle. There's a photo of him.
It's Child, son. What are you going on about?
Listen, I'm just telling you, this is what's going to go down. And new.
No.
So what's your prediction here? Coconut Head.
I think that I already said before, Charles Oliveira, 2nd round submission. I think Poirier, you know, Charles Oliveira can get in while Poirier tries to do that crazy shift combination. He'll get under that big left or that big right and get the takedown and gradually get to the submission.
Wait. But my question for you is, if you don't mind me asking, my question for you is, you think Oliveira is going to be Poirier? Poirier's got a team. He's got coaching.
Charles Oliveira is undefeated since he was with Diego Lima and his team.
Yeah, but they're all Brazilians, man. I mean, come on. We all know the Brazilian coaches, they ain't doing good. I mean, I'm looking at, you know, when I was with my coaches, you know, over there, then, you know, we'd be matched up against the Brazilians. They'd be like, oh, this is going to be an easy night out. They don't got any strategy. And listen, we don't have any strategy too much either. We don't got no game plans. But then again, they thought they had a game plan, and they didn't know what they were doing. I mean, look at all these Brazilian freaking, coaches and their athletes and everything like that. They always end up folding. They have no heart. I mean, what do you
He
expect?
had loads of heart against Chandler, so you're talking absolute nonsense there, Chris.
Listen, he quit. He was lucky he even made
How
it
did he
past that
quit?
round.
How did he quit?
He quit in there. He quit.
Are you mental? That's absolute nonsensical rubbish.
He quit in there.
I don't see how he quit. That's madness.
Listen, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if Oliveira gets past the first round.
What?
I'd be surprised. He ain't gonna make it.
Go, Johnny. What makes you pick just DP then? Oh shit! I mean,
Oliveira can't
GR,
win.
GR.
Oliveira can't win.
What do you mean?
Look, he's getting up. He's getting out of the seat.
That's
He's
enough
looking to
said.
walk out of the room.
That's enough said. Oliveira can't win. That's all I'm gonna say. And you know exactly why.
How can he not win? Tell me.
I don't need to explain myself. You know exactly why.
Chris, can you explain? I don't know what this gibberish alien language
Listen,
is.
you're gonna tell me that
We
Oliveira's
both
gonna win?
We both said it 6 times.
How am I
There's no more
supposed to believe a guy's gonna win? I can't even understand what he's saying. I gotta read the subtitles. What's going on here? You think we're gonna allow a champion like that?
He's a legend, man. I mean, he was born with heart murmurs and rheumatoid arthritis, but he proved everyone wrong and went.
Listen here. You think Dustin Poirier didn't have a hard life? You think I didn't have a hard life? You think I didn't grow up with hardship? I grew up with.
Hold on, Chris grew up with no hardship. Everyone, he's had he's had a good life.
Let me finish.
He's going to push himself
Then you
loads
can
to do something quite ballsy. But the thing is, at the end of the day, he hasn't had a life like Oliveira. That's madness, Chris saying that. So
yeah, listen here. That's all a lie.
Anyway, so we're going to end it there.
You think those clothes put themselves in the hamper? You think those cars move themselves? You see the things that you don't know what the things I had to deal with. I had to walk down the block to take a school bus to school.
This guy's not going to stop.
In the middle of the winter. And sure, I had, clothes and everything and a jacket to keep warm, but I had to walk all the way down to that bus stop. It get pretty cold. It could drop 30 degrees.
Really that hard, Chris? Was it really that difficult?
All right, guys, listen.
Terrible.
I gotta.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up.
No, we're going to hold on. I'll pick him to Charles Oliveira second round submission. What do you guys pick then? Go, Johnny. I mean,
decision. Poirier 5 rounds.
Poirier 3rd round TKO.
Right.
I'd be surprised if Oliveira makes that. Oliveira will quit out inside of 1 round.
No,
he will quit.
He won't.
He'll be done. He'll be lucky to get off the stool.
He won't. All I'll say though, Chris. All right. So, do you want to go over MMA news, or have you guys got a shoot?
Let's go over the news real quick. What's going on?
Hooray! All right then. Here we go. Here's some cheeky news right here. Kayla Harrison proves she's the best against Nunes. Jeff Neal says DWRS not as serious as the match. Wait, he's been arrested. What?
And what do you know?
Thanksgiving facing misdemeanor charges. Oh, unlawfully carrying of a weapon. Then he was bailed. So there you go, Chris.
Well, looks like it's a criminal versus a Brazilian.
What? Anyway, oh yeah, this is some juicy drama, isn't it? Cruz keeps calling me out on commentary.
Listen, Cormier, I think he needs to worry more about his weight than he does about what people are saying about him.
Well, he ain't that fat, and he probably eats a bit healthy. He just eats a load of carbs, doesn't he?
He's a bit of a fat guy. Pretty fat.
He's just enjoying life, Chris, as you said when you were a fatty. It was bulking season.
Listen, man. It's 220 pounds, 223 of Stone Cold Steel.
Of Flab, not Stone Cold Steel.
An American sex appeal.
No. Anyway, so yeah, he was pissed that DC doesn't do his homework. I had Tommy Fury pulling out. That was a proper shame. Apparently, it was caused by the crazy.
Listen, have you heard of? Listen, man, have you heard about this fighter, Tommy Merton?
Who?
Tommy Merton, dude, he's the next big thing, man, in kickboxing.
Have you gone mad? Who is this?
Should look him up. No, I'm serious. Tommy Merton.
This is just going to be some weird child.
No,
nonsense.
it's
No,
not.
no, I'm
Tommy
serious.
Merton
He's the
actually
champ. He just defended his belt.
he had a really rough upbringing. He grew
He was
up.
addicted to
he was
drugs
addicted.
and everything. He had to go through rehab. Now he's a champ, man. He's a champion in kickboxing.
It just says on Instagram he's a video creator.
Look him up, Tommy Merton. You're thinking of the wrong guy.
Look up Tapology.
Merton.
Let me try to find him for you.
Right, it just says Tommy Merton. Oh, why is this coming up? It just says Tommy Merton's beat this guy called Nathan Pagan by split decision and Randy Souza by split decision. Rockland Fight Night 1 and 2.
He's the next big thing. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, what was the point of wasting my time like that, Chris? I mean,
No, he's the next big. He defended the belt. He's a
Not
champion.
only, so his last fight for the belt was a hard fight, and this opponent was guaranteed to beat him. The odds were actually 99%.
Tommy was the underdog. People were calling, they were telling me that I was gonna get killed, and Tommy pulled it through. He won that fight.
Has Tommy Merton actually had a hard life, or were you just joking?
No. He seriously did. Yeah, he used to be overweight. He used to be on drugs, and then
He used to be on drugs.
He was able to.
No, really? Is this a joke?
No.
And we don't mean like freaking like weed or anything. We're talking like hard drugs.
James,
Okay.
I would never lie.
You always lie on here. You always make things
I
up.
would never lie.
You always make things up, Chris.
I've never made a thing up in my life, but Tommy Merton used to be on drugs, and he's the next big thing.
You always make things
I'm
up,
a
Chris.
Tommy Merton fan.
No, seriously. Huge fan.
All right, well, if it's true, fair play to the lad then. Fair play. So,
All right.
brilliant stuff that he's 2-0 with some close fights. Rashad Evans explains why MMA return for me to compete is my reward.
I mean, dude, the guy just can't step away. A lot of
Didn't he
people
get flattened by Smith a couple of years ago?
I believe so, yeah.
I'm not crazy. I know what this is and what this is about. It doesn't take away significance of it. Sometimes a mindset we're like not chasing. So he's just going to come back and fight anyone. I mean, the light heavyweight division is deadly. Santos, Rakic, what's his name? Magomed Ankalaev. Who's the other one? Ion Kutalaba.
Igor
over there.
Who?
Yeah, Igor Prohajev. Igor Prohajev. He's going to fight for the belt next, I think. I think Igor is fighting for the belt, right?
Is this just another chow, Joe? I'm going to look this guy up. Igor
Prochazka.
You mean Yuri Prochazka?
That's what I said.
What? You weren't saying his name properly? I know Yuri Prochazka.
Exactly what I said.
He's the guy who's spinning knocked out Reyes and had a crazy stand and bang with Volkan Oezdemir and knocked him out. So
that's one way to describe him, I guess.
Very unorthodox,
Igor,
crazy fighter.
I think he's gonna do real good.
Pretty bad takedown defense, though. Pretty bad takedown defense.
Yeah, he's gonna get killed by Glover.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna be in a 5-round fight. Jiu-jitsu doesn't matter in 5-round fights.
What?
Yeah. Now, if it was a 3-round fight, you might have a point.
Yeah, these are 5-round fights.
Must have made the biggest mistake of it. Oh yeah, Charleston's picking Woodley, which is just silly. I don't get why he's picking him for this fight. I know
I think Jake Paul's gonna get knocked out.
What? Are you serious? Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah, Woodley's been training the whole time.
Jake Paul
Woodley's been in camp.
They planned for the whole time.
Are you guys being serious or are you joking?
No, they planned this for the whole time. They were going to pull the switcheroo on him.
Do you seriously think he's got more than the pullback right hand and the overhand right in his boxing?
Woodley, listen here. Woodley's got a jab. Woodley's gonna get him.
George has put, what about the Afro man in the UFC? I don't know what you're on about, George. Anyway.
Racist.
Yeah, I don't get what he's talking about. Anyway, there was something about Kevin Holland calling out Nick Diaz too. That'd be a bit of a bizarre fight. Kevin Holland would probably destroy him. Charles Sonnen going to make a comeback. That's one of the news stories says that Charles making a comeback to the heavyweight Bellator
That's
division.
impossible, man.
So that should be interesting.
Guy couldn't pass USADA.
All right.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll wrap up nicely there. Before we end it, I just want to say this could potentially be Chris's last podcast or his last podcast for ages. So,
or for the rest of his life.
Potentially, yeah. But we're not going to say what he's going into. I think, as GR said,
he's going into the military. He's going into the army.
Are you all right with us saying? Well, GR said it now. Yeah. Chris is going into the Marines.
He's going to be a pilot.
Serving his country, so hopefully, he gets out safe and whatever, and hopefully he can come on when he has his time off.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to join the Army Air Corps.
Yeah, I wish
you really got to
disband
disband the Army Air Corps and go to make an Air Force.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
So thanks, Chris, for, well, that sounded a bit sarcastic. So genuinely, thanks, Chris, for coming on and having a laugh, man. It was pretty cool. I wish I could say the same. But,
thanks, buddy. It's been a pleasure to be part of.
That was a really good play. You predicted what he was going to say.
I was honestly happy.
Really predicted it very well.
I'm honestly happy
to
be part of this
surprised me the most was that was exactly what he was going to say.
I'm honestly happy to be part of this broadcast.
It was very much
it was a real pleasure to be part of this.
And that prediction was
stream, which has been watched by possibly two people and a dog.
The prediction of a century.
It's just Chris and GR. Just
I really enjoyed
an incredible display of.
Listen here. The next time I'll be on is when I fight this guy GR over here, because obviously he doesn't want to freaking shut his mouth, so I'm gonna have to do it for him.
No, hold on. Let's just get rid of GR for a sec. Chris, have you got stuff you want to say then about two people and their dog watching this podcast? It's not ALP podcast. Oh, no, he's gone. No. Oh, he's left.
Yeah, he's gone running. But the two people and the dog watching this podcast, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure to do this. I wish I could say the same would be partnered with this guy. Honestly, the worst host I've ever been a part of. This is just terrible. I mean, look at the production quality. What the hell is that in the background in the top left? What the hell is that? What's the lighting? What's this lighting? Half the screen's dark and half it's lit up. It's an absolute. Look at the state of you. You haven't even got a clean shave, and you're supposed to be a news presenter. What's going on?
Well, I don't need to be clean shaved. You look sick. What are you talking about? This is a styled, awesome beard. You look sick.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I think in the top left.
But in all seriousness, I have to say, this was the absolutely worst podcast I was a part of. But thank you anyway.
Well, that's all we've got. No, but Chris, how? George has put no more Chris out. George, why are you actually annoyed at Chris? Come on, man. Come on. Anyway, thing is, it's been a Chris. What is the probability of you coming on again on a serious note? What is the probability?
I mean, I don't know. You keep dragging me on here for the views, so it's probably highly likely.
Oh, okay. So when you get the time off, you might come on again. Good shit, man. Well, anyway, as I say, no Chris on Casual Combat Talk for some time, but as I say, the ones you're on, awesome, man. Thanks for the entertainment and the banter. So yeah, that's all I've got to say. Chris, you got any final messages to end the podcast off with?
Yes, MMA is great. Go check out Tommy Merton. Go check out Rigoro Fighting Championship on Instagram and on Twitter. Check out Rigoro Gym, right? Go check those boys out. You won't regret it.
All right, then. Well, as I say, brilliant that Chris is going to go and serve his country and go and check those people out that he said to check out. So, yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, have a good one. Laters. See ya.